Good morning. February update video coming to you now. My top priority is weight loss for this year, and at the rate that I planned, I should be losing 5 pounds per month. My weigh-in this morning was right around 203 pounds, maybe a little above, which means I lost somewhere from like 2 to 2.5 pounds in January. So at best, I lost half as much as I planned. Not ideal, but it's not the end of the world either. When I look back at my calories in Chronometer, that's my calorie tracking app, I hit my goal, my target of around 2,000 calories about half the time. I also wasn't exercising as much as I usually do. I was still exercising a little bit, doing Zwift here and there, doing a little bit of weightlifting, but nothing super regular. Didn't hit my goal for the month, but moving in the right direction. I think mainly I just need to treat that 2,000 as a kind of a hard cutoff, or maybe keep like 2,200, something like that as a hard cutoff where I definitely don't want to go over that. Weight loss goal, didn't hit that for the month, but still moving in the right direction. Secondary goal obviously is what I'm doing right now, making my next video. One thing I didn't mention in my January 1st video, I had more goals just for January. I have 2 undocumented secret goals for January that I wrote down on my whiteboard that I didn't talk about in the video, but I'll talk about them now. The first secret goal that I wanted to take care of was finalizing my guitar rig. Now that I live in a house and my bandmates also live in houses, we can practice again at full band volume. It's been a lot of fun playing with the band again. However, the one issue that I have is prior to everybody moving into houses, I bought a small combo, an Orange Rocker 15. It's a 15-watt tube combo. It was great for living in an apartment, but now that I live in a house and I'm playing with a band, I'm cranking it up to full power. Once I get to full band volume, it does get loud enough, but it starts distorting before I get to the volume that I need. Which sounds good, but it's just not what I need for every part of every song that we play. Sometimes I do want it to be crystal clean. So I spent basically the entire month researching an amp purchase. I knew I wanted to get a new amp with good clean headroom that wasn't super heavy. A lot of the really good clean amps are Fender combos. I went to a used music store in the area and tried out a bunch of amps. I tried out a Fender Super Reverb, which sounded amazing, but those things are like 70 pounds. Way too heavy. I tried some smaller combos that I didn't really like too much, and eventually I kind of decided that I really wanted an effects loop, which most of those Fenders don't have an effects loop, especially the vintage ones don't have them, and there's a couple newer ones that do have it, but they're either harder to find or expensive, or it's just not really what I'm looking for. So what I ended up doing was sticking with orange. So I went with the Orange Rocker Verb 50 head and cab. It's a 212 open back cabinet. It's super overkill, pretty expensive. I got an okay deal on it. The cab is actually not that expensive, but it's basically a do-everything amp. It has good heavy distortion sounds. It has good clean sounds. The headroom is crazy. It's a 50-watt amp. You can turn the clean channel up pretty dang loud before it breaks up. It's a head and a cab configuration, so even though the head is almost 50 pounds, or maybe it is 50 pounds, each individual item, you can take it up and down the stairs without too much trouble, as opposed to some of the other options I looked at that were like 70 pounds for a combo, or even for just the cab. It's really nice. It has a built-in attenuator. It sounds really good, has an effects loop, has reverb. It's supposed to be pretty good build quality. In addition to the amp, I also wanted to finalize my pedal board setup. I've moved pedals around a bunch over the last couple of years, and I never really cleaned up all the wiring and everything to make sure I can just pick it up and slap it in and out of the carrying case. I'm still not 100% sure that I'm sticking with this configuration. I have the layout pretty much decided on. You might not really be able to tell what's going on because half my pedals are clones that I built myself. Pedal board for now works well. I'm thinking I'll probably upgrade to a bigger board sometime this year, but for now it works well and I dig it. So my guitar rig is all set for now. I can definitely play with the band. If we want to gig, I can gig. If I need to be mic'd up, I can use the attenuator. If I need to be super loud because I'm playing 2 feet away from the drummer, I can do that too. So enough with the guitar rig. The other second secret goal was to fix my sleep schedule, or just my sleep quality. I don't know. But basically, I've never really been a morning person. In recent years, I would say I've become even less of a morning person. I work from home, so it's very easy to just wake up right before I need to start working. I could wake up at 9 a.m. and just go straight into a meeting or something if I really have to. I can wake up early 1 or 2 days at a time, but it's just not part of my schedule to go to sleep at like 11 or 10 p.m. Some people go to sleep at like 8 p.m. It's crazy. But I've never been the kind of person that can just fall asleep at 10 p.m. or even at 11. I go to sleep at like midnight, and it usually takes me like an hour or two to fall asleep sometimes. So my sleep is not great. I don't get enough of it, and it's not really a consistent timing. So that's one of the things I wanted to work on. So what I tried was I set an alarm in the morning. I think I started at 8 a.m. or something, and I just set it back 15 minutes every day. And I did that for about a week. I guess it kind of worked for a week. I woke up to the alarm every time, and then after a week, I don't remember what happened. I went into a fugue state. No, after a week, I pretty much just stopped. I couldn't do it anymore. I never really got into a new schedule. And pretty much gave up because it's really annoying to have to wake up early over and over again when your body doesn't really want to. That's probably going to be one that I revisit because everything I've looked into on weight loss says getting good sleep helps with weight loss. And just in general, I want to be able to wake up early enough so that I can do stuff before work, either work out or work on side projects, make videos like this, whatever. It also seems like the cycling community and just fitness people in general tend to operate on like a 6 a.m. type schedule. So doing stuff with teammates and friends early in the morning is something I can't really do right now. So I do want to fix up my sleep schedule to make sure I can do some of that this year. So failed at that, kind of failed at weight loss, but still moving in the right direction on that. Succeeded on setting up my guitar rig and the pedal board. The thing that basically just requires me to spend money, I succeeded on that. I think that's going to do it for my update. Keep an eye out for the next video in March, and maybe there will be more secret goals. Peace out.